So in this video, we're going to show you how to get really strong, really quick in Dark Souls 1. There's been a lot of videos made like this over the years, but I prefer this method. Those videos are alright, but they usually kind of tell you to get a very specific weapon. This method gives you a lot more freedom on how you want to build the character. So just make sure you get the Master Key, and then we're going to skip to the tutorial because we're not doing anything special there. And then we'll be showing you really quickly what items you want to get as you progress to getting a ton of souls really fast. So make sure you get this Humanity in Firelink. You can get the soul item if you want. Make sure to get the Homeward Bones that are underneath the elevator. Then from there, get these on the way back to the bonfire. So the main thing here that's different is we need to go to human. So make sure you go human form here. And shortly we'll show you why we're doing that. And then we're going to be going to Blighttown. And on the way, there's, an item we're going to get on the way that's no big deal. I'll show you where to go to get to Blighttown. And then from there, we'll show you what this method, the specific thing about this method that makes it different from others. We're going to be killing Mildred in Blighttown because she gives a ton of souls. And she's not that hard to beat, and that immediately gets you on track to getting a ton of souls really quick. So we're zooming to Blighttown. We're just going to run past these enemies because they're not really going to chase us to the bottom. Just zooming through. Just showing the safest way to get there. And, there's a few enemies you want to kill down here just so you can fight Mildred one-on-one. Also, if you're doing a dex build and you want the Felshin, I would recommend getting that now. I'm not doing that in my video of this, but if you want to, get that now so if you die, you don't lose a lot of souls. So kill this guy, just hit him in the back. Sometimes mosquitoes will follow you down here. Also kill them if you can, because they can be annoying. In this example, they didn't follow me, so that's good. So what's the best way to beat Mildred? So one, she has these really telegraphed running attacks that are very easy to parry. So we'll show that. Now, if you're not confident parrying, I'll show how to backstab chain NPCs in Dark Souls 1. It's actually very simple. So how did that work? We'll slow it in slow motion. So basically, as soon as the NPC goes back to their default position, that's when you press R1. If they're still getting up, it won't work. So right there, that exact moment, you press R1. And you'll backstab them again. And now you'll see me in real time doing this a bunch. And the great thing about it is even if you miss it, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to get punished if you mess up the timing. Because I do mess it up once here, again, but it's not a big deal. And you can do this to Havel as well. If you want to get the Havel ring early, it works on him pretty effectively too. Pretty much any NPC. See, I missed the backstab there. Didn't really matter. And when we kill her, you'll see how many souls we get. It's quite a bit for this point in the game. And there's a lot of other goodies down in here that we'll get before we go back to Firelink. So I think she's dead right here. And now look at our soul counter. Yeah, pretty good. So now there's a few items. Oh, she also drops Humanity. We take that. So there's a few items down here that we want to get before we leave. So over here, if you're doing a regular upgrade path, large Titanite shard, why not take it? But even better, over here, there's some really good soul items that are just more free souls. Yep, there's one. We head over here. And we get this one here, even more. And there's one more right here, and these are all really safe to get. There's, these enemies are not really much of a threat to run past. And this is why it was important to get the Homeward Bones. Because now we're just going to run in here where we're safe, and then use our Homeward Bone. So now, if you, I'm going to head to Andre right now. Now, if you're doing this and you're worried about dying and losing all those souls, and you already know what build you're going for, you could spend those souls, and make sure to get that soul item as well. You could spend those at Firelink right now, just so you don't have to worry about losing them. But I'm fine with it, but, do whatever you're comfortable with. Also, I'll show right here, if you're going for the Black Knight Halberd, here's how an easy way to kill this guy, this Black Knight, to get it, and just get some extra souls. So if you want to kill him, this is the best way to do it. You try to lure him over the cliff so he's facing the ledge, so you can backstab him off and knock him off the ledge. And there's that bonfire right nearby. Also get the Grass Crush Shield, because it's great. Get that bonfire right nearby, so if you screw it up, you can keep trying. Kill this gecko on the way to Andre to get some free upgrade materials. And now that we're at Andre, here's where you can really decide whatever build you want to make. You could buy whatever weapon from Andre. You could level up depending on what weapon you're going to use. You could go to the merchant in Firelink, which is actually what I'm going to do real quick, because I'm deciding to use the Uchi. So I'm going to kill this guy to get the Uchi because I'm going to go a dex build on this example. But again, you could get whatever weapon. You could also buy the reinforced club from this guy because that's also a great weapon for strength builds. You know, use whatever you want to use because you have all the souls to make it work. So I get my Uchi. So now I'm going to homeward bone back to Andre. And if I could find my homeward bones. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the minimum requirements to use the Uchi. So I'm going to get a few points of strength. And then I'm going to upgrade it first before I do anything else. So I'm going to buy a bunch of shards from Andre with all the souls I have. So yeah, there's my, my dexterity. I don't need the strength. So we raised our dexterity. Now I'm going to buy a bunch of shards to get it to +5. And there we go. And now it is +5. And now I'm going to raise my dex a ton more to get more damage. So all those souls we picked up, I'm going to pop them. And pop, pop, pop. Get a ton of dex, and I'm like, well, we could probably get one more level, so I'm going to pop some more. And now we have, like, I think almost 200 AR, which is pretty good. Yeah, a +5 Uchi, high 29, was that 29? No, not quite, but pretty high dex. And we're one-shotting these hollows now. So now, unedited, I'll just show doing gargoyles, because now we have Grass Crash Shield, +5 Uchi with good dex scaling. Let's see how this whole section goes. Killed the Baronet Knight in 3 hits. Yeah, well, you could also use this free Titanite shard if you wanted to save 800 souls. I just didn't bother. You could also bring that Firekeeper soul. I did already bring the Firekeeper soul to Firekeeper to get your Estus better. 2 hits to kill him. The Balder Knight. So now we're going to head to Gargoyles. And we just run through. And the gargoyles, you'll see, are pretty easy when you already do this much damage. You know, and you can have this whole build set up in, 10 minutes. Not long at all. So now let's fight the gargoyles with our +5 Uchi and see how it goes. How many hits will it take? There goes the tail, 1 hit. 2 hits to stagger him. Another hit in. Another hit. Walk around him, and 2 more hits and he's dead. So there you go. Now the second one probably won't be much of a problem. Alright, so there's the gargoyles. So now we'll ring the bell real quick, and then we will warp back to Andre, level up again, and then pretty much be set for the early game. I think we'll be able to get 30 dex now with all these souls. And then from there, it's really up to you what you want to do. You could kill Taurus Demon for some easy souls, kill the boar. You could focus on getting the Ember. You could, kill Copper Demon so you can get a +10 weapon soon. Or go straight to Qualag, whatever you want to do. And that's kind of why I like this method. It gives you a lot of freedom in how you want to go through the game once you get strong. So I hope this method was helpful. It's all about killing Manager Mildred, get that extra 10k souls. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps.